I'm Esther Watrous.
I'm Gigi Watrous.
I'm Elisha Watrous.
And I'm Alex.
And we're here to remind you what day it is. So, guys, what are we doing today? Elisha?
The podcast.
What?
I know.
I'm just going to skip your awkwardness.
I'm not good at this.
Gigi's bed's pretty comfy.
Alex is home for the week. And
Esther, Alex, and I are sitting on my bed where Elisha is in a different,
Yeah, because these guys didn't bother telling me that Alex was still here, because we could have all met in person. So instead, I'm about 5 minutes away, recording in my pajamas. So,
Feeling like
thanks,
an
guys.
idiot, aren't you?
No, feeling like I'm related to idiots. Well, new this week, as anyone who's listened to even one episode of this knows, is a segment where we talk about something new we did or something new we learned, big or small, in the past week. So, talking to my siblings beforehand, seems like we're a little thin on stuff this week, but I'm still going to bother them about it anyhow. So, anyone has
Guys,
anything?
I'm going to be honest. I don't have anything this week at all.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, absolutely nothing.
Like, not even something you learned? Like, you didn't watch, like... Alex, you watch YouTube videos all the time of, like, interesting, like, things.
yeah, I was
Teach
watching
you things.
YouTube on the couch earlier. I saw it.
I was watching a guy, like, drive a Tesla Model 3. I didn't really learn anything. I mean, I guess I learned about features of the car.
Is there any particularly cool features that you learned that you didn't know about?
Okay, well, okay, this is something that got me thinking. So they pointed out, and I don't think I've ever seen a video with like a real drive of like a Tesla car, and I've never been inside of one, so I didn't know what it looked like. But anyway, so the guy's like, "Oh, if you'll notice, there's like no buttons," and he was right. There's like almost no buttons in the car, which is kind of weird. It basically, there's like, you've got the center module, which is like a big pad. It's like a big, like,
Yeah, it's a really big screen.
yeah, and you control everything from it.
Really? Huh.
Like almost like literally everything, like hazard lights, like, you know what I mean, like any little type of thing that you normally think would just be like a button or something, all modulated, like all put into this like this thing. Anyway, so one of the features I noticed was that there, obviously this screen is a touch screen, so that's how you control most of the things. But say you go into a menu and you want to scroll or like adjust things, they have these two scroll wheels like on the actual like wheel
Yeah.
console part, and I think one of them goes up, one goes like right. And I was like thinking about it, how like how these cars are electric, and you know they're super connected with like Wi-Fi and stuff, and then also how they can, like, with updates and other stuff, they can like sort of drive themselves. So it occurred to me that the possibility for, like, say someone was like handicapped from like waist down, they could probably drive the car with some kind of a update, you know. Like, what if you know, you with these little, like, it's like these little dongles, like the scroll wheels, like you could just move with your thumb. What if there was like a way to increase or decrease acceleration by using your thumb on those? I mean, it'd be like a simple like solution to like an issue that, say, if someone had like a you know, they were paralyzed or something, you know, they wouldn't need to have like a special made car. They would just have the same car that everybody else has. And that idea got me excited, because I was like, oh, you know, someday all cars are going to be like this, you know, in some way, where it's all connected and there's fewer buttons, and most stuff is like done, you know, through software, you know, on a screen, rather than being like a physical button or a physical like module. So I don't know, some stuff like that gets me excited. So.
Yeah, I mean,
I know I'm on like a weird rant. I don't know anything about Teslas really, but
I've seen a couple in person at like various places I've been, but other than that, just like some screenshots of like the interiors. I haven't actually looked into them much, which is sort of odd because I like cars and I like tech, and I think Teslas are cool, and I think Tesla the man is cool. I don't know why I don't know as much as I should about them. But I do know that there are things out there, like modifications done to cars for people with various disabilities, like people who don't have control over their legs and everything. But again, I don't really know much on that topic either, so I'd just be talking out of my butt on the
I don't
matter.
know anything about cars. at
Yeah,
all.
I'm not surprised with that one. Juji has many skills, but cars happen to be one of the few that she doesn't. What about you guys, though? Any other new this week?
Oh, I binge watched the first season of Stranger Things.
You hadn't seen Stranger Things the first season yet?
No, not well. Now I have.
Well, but like prior to this week? Really? That's crazy. I feel
Yeah.
a little bit like a failure as a big brother. how did that happen?
I don't know. I just didn't feel like starting it.
She couldn't even remember like the last scene.
What do you mean?
Because I asked you. Remember, I was like, "Oh, hey, remember this thing that happened, or what was it? It was like it was something," and you were like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." I'm like, Juji, you just watched it.
Oh, the kid.
It was the kid.
That wasn't the last
so for
Scene though, that was just him in
spoilers,
general.
maybe.
I knew who you were talking about. I was just.
You didn't remember like the thing,
I don't
example.
remember their names because I don't know. I just don't remember names.
What's his
so-
real name? Was it Gaten or something?
Yeah.
What's his character's name?
No, I'm forgetting. But that's not the point. The point was I was like, hey, remember like on one of the final scenes, like because we were really trying hard to get her to figure out who we were talking about, and I was like, the kid who does like the lion roar thing, and he does it in the last like one of the last scenes.
Okay, how am I supposed to
You were
remember
like,
the
"What?"
lion roar?
Look, I don't remember. I was like,
I
what?
don't-
Is
I
I
that?
knew
don't
who you were
remember doing
talking
that in the
about.
last
I kept
scene,
saying he's the kid without the collarbones. And you were like, "What are you talking about?"
Well, actually, you know what's funny? The first thing I said is the kid with the teeth. Like that should have been like immediately a giveaway.
Yeah, no, wow, Jude.
I just forgot
Wow.
he had bad teeth.
She remembers the collarbones, which I didn't even know about.
Yeah, no,
Like
had
I just
completely
assumed
forgotten that.
his thing was just about his teeth or something, a dysplasia or whatever. But Juju was like, no, it has to do with your collarbones too, and I was just like, oh, okay. Like something I just didn't. I don't know. It didn't cross my mind.
See, we were all talking about the same person. We just remembered different facts about him.
He's also the funniest one too, so you kind of can like, there's lots of things that like point him out as like this should be obvious, Judge, but it's okay. Next time.
Juju's getting very mad at us because we're teaming up against her.
Yeah, this is what happens.
They remind me
you
of
guys
the
all get
kids from the
together.
Goonies.
Yeah, no, that's the very much the feel that they're going for with Stranger Things is a very Goonies, 80s mystery sort of vibe, and they do a really good job of it.
Yeah.
What about you, Esther? What did you have
Huh?
new this week?
So for new this week, I went to a concert yesterday.
Oh, really? What
Last
concert?
night. I went to Iron and Wine.
Oh, no way! Really?
Yeah.
How was
It was
that?
in Boston at Berkeley. Yeah, I like Berkeley's Performing Center or something like that.
Cool. That's fantastic.
I'm wearing a sweatshirt right now. It says Iron and Wine.
Yeah, I think
Still
I
don't
saw
know who that is.
the picture on Insta.
Who is that?
Judge?
What's
What?
Instagram?
Yeah,
No. Who's Iron and Wine?
I don't know. Esther, name one of their songs that you heard.
Well, you won't. You probably don't know any of their songs.
Yeah, I probably don't. So who are they?
Hipster.
It's just like a band. It's like a guy. He's, I don't know. I guess it's like folk, indie kind of. And he has a long beard, and he plays like really chill, like soft music. And it was so funny though at his concert because his band is really cool. They just do like really like there's this one girl who does really weird sound effects. Like I think she did like a bird sound effect at one point. It was really weird. And then
Wow.
there's a celloist and a bass, like a guy playing the bass. And it was just like added like this really like cool like like deep sound to his music, so it was really nice. And then like not halfway through, but like when he like would talk to the audience, he kept telling us to like be quiet because we were like too loud for him. He was
Wow.
like, "Shh, guys,
That's
are
really
making nice
weird.
and quiet." So it was very like one of those.
That's weird.
Well, like, but it's because it's kind of his music is like. It's
Well,
not
yeah.
like rock
I
music.
mean, you wouldn't be able to hear him if they're all loud, but
No, but that's because he was just trying to be funny though. That's why he was telling everyone to shush. It wasn't being serious like, "Oh, I can't stare in this audience while you guys clapping." It was
Well,
more of
yeah.
like, "Oh, I'm gonna be funny and like say like shush."
Oh, okay.
So-
See, I wasn't sure if he was like serious or not, because sometimes with artists you really don't know. Like I went to one concert that had a whole bunch of bands that I really like. I especially liked when I was a teen, like Motion City Soundtrack, Say Anything. Oh gosh, who else was there? Two Tongues. But the lead singer of Say Anything, like, just like hawked a loogie into the crowd, just because he's an ass. So you
Ew,
really
that's-
like, yeah, right? Just
Wait, that's
totally
the last
super
concert
gross.
you went
Oh my
to?
god,
No,
that
God,
just
no,
makes
that-
me hate him even more.
That's
I
not
didn't
the
even
last
remember. I
wait, who?
say anything. The lead singer.
The
Oh.
lead singer. Well, technically, I
He's
mean,
such
he
a
is the
douche.
band. Like, he has people that like travel around with him. But from my understanding, at least for the first couple albums, it was really he's the one that recorded all the stuff.
Well, I went to see Macklemore one time, and he threw chicken at the audience, chicken wings.
See, now that is so much better than a loogie. In fact, that's a
Yeah,
reward.
but it was like greasy chicken wings. Like who really would have want to get like one of those to the eye? You know what I mean? Like ugh.
Macklemore
I mean, I feel
fans.
like a few of them might have liked it. They might have even eaten it.
if it didn't fall on the
afterwards.
ground. Well, you
Yeah.
know, you got the 10-second rule, so I guess. Yeah.
Esther, I'm not
10
gonna
second
take
rule. When
trash
did
from
that
your
get
hand.
increased?
I'm putting it through your fingers like this.
All right, settle down, children.
My new this week. Well, I did happen to actually go to a concert last night myself. I went to see Lindsey Sterling, which ended up being really fun. She's
that
doing
was last night?
Yeah, that was last night.
Huh.
I was at
Fun.
Foxwoods, and she was doing a Christmas show, and that ended up being like a blast and just really cool to actually like see her in person. I mean, very far away. My tickets were in the nosebleeds,
Far
but
away in person.
totally worth it. And I got a
Oh, I
chance to
had
bring
a
my friend
nosebleed
Drew
after
along.
watching Stranger Things.
That's really weird.
Sorry, I just needed to say that.
Yeah, no, that's all right.
Do you have like
What?
Eleven's powers?
Yeah,
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe.
But so that's
We need
actually
to
not.
harness them.
No, because then she's gonna open up the upside down.
Harnessed?
No, I said harness. We're gonna put Lacey in front of her and try to get her to blow up the cat.
What? No. Don't
oh my
do
god.
that. Wow.
Dude, that's just awful.
Yeah. Yikes. Well,
Yikes.
anyhow. But the Lindsey Sterling concert actually isn't my new this week. My new this week is I am ordained.
Ordained?
Yeah, as
Like-
in I can marry people now.
What?
Was that on your bucket list?
Why?
Yeah, it's like another bucket list item. So I actually did it. It was such an easy process that I did it through 2 churches. It's the 2 like major ones that you normally do this. So the American Marriage Ministries and the Universal Life Church. And I have official little cards and everything. And depending on the state, the rules kind of vary. But I can actually do, I can perform weddings. I can also be a chaplain, which is someone who goes to like sick people or people in prison. I can preside over a funeral, and I can also perform baptisms.
Can you baptize us? I don't think any of us have been baptized.
I can now. Yeah.
Not traditionally, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on what religion you're talking
kind of
about. If it's
baptized
Catholic
have you
or
gone through?
Hmm?
Have you been
Is it the,
baptized in a non-traditional sense?
Is it the flying spaghetti monster religion?
well, one time I
You
went
can
swimming
baptize
and
us
then
for
and then
that.
I got out of the pool. Does that count?
No.
Okay. Hey, does that mean that you can just point at 2 people and then marry them?
You're married.
Yes and no.
It's sort of like
So-
a magic finger, right? You just go bam, bam, and they're like married. It's like, oh no, we don't want to
You
be
can
married.
be Cupid.
So different states have different laws. I end up printing out the rules for like close states nearby where I figured this might come up. And so some states are stricter than others. There's at least like a good like 26 or 30 of the states that have super lax laws. And Rhode Island actually happens to be one of them, where basically all I have to do is get the marriage license, so go with the couple and to get like the actual marriage license from like the town hall, and then from there the rest is just having a witness and I can perform the marriage legally. Like it's totally legit, legal, recognized by the state, no issues. There's other states that have other like various laws that kind of depend on other regulations. Sometimes you need other paperwork, sometimes you need a second witness, various things like that. Some are more strict than others, but yeah, so that is been like a weird sort of bucket list item of mine, but I've always heard it's fairly easy, and I figured I might as well do it. It's a lifetime thing, so it never like expires or anything. And
That would be
now
funny
from
if it did expire.
It would be kind of funny. Oh, you're only a minister for this evening. After
So I
that,
wonder
you,
if they'll ever come in handy.
well, that's what I'm thinking is like it's a random scenario type of thing. Like I'll probably keep the instructions for the various states, like the guidelines, in my car, along with like a nice black shirt that I have, and then just any sort of random situation where it's like, hey, I'd like to get married today. Hey, I can help you out with that. So
Anyone needs a good shotgun wedding.
yeah, so that's just again another weird sort of bucket list item that I decided to check off the list, because why not? We will move on to Song of the Week. So did anybody have a song this week? I'll take your
No one
silence
had a
as
song,
no.
huh?
All right,
Nope.
so I did, because as I said, I have a bunch of backups when you guys don't think of something. So this week I have "Plundered by Pirates," which is the name of the song. The artist is The Nod, and it's off the EP by the same name, the "Plundered by Pirates," and it's a really cool like EDM piece. A lot of fun. Like to jam out to it or drive real fast. So definitely recommend it. And as I've mentioned before in previous episodes, once we get maybe like 10 or so, I'll probably make a playlist of some of these songs, these pirate themed, related, or adjacent to songs. The playlist for that will be thrown up on like Facebook and Twitter and such.
This week on Blank Explains Blank, we have Elisha explaining baking, but not in the traditional sense, in the makeup, as a makeup term. What is baking?
Oh, damn. Oh, crap. Because I recognize that term, but all...
No, you don't.
No, I do. I honestly do.
I've never heard it before.
Oh, crap.
Well, at least we have one expert.
Oh, man. Baking. Do
Does
I
the-
get...
Is
Does
that
that-
when you put your face in an oven?
Wait. I have a question. Does that mean that some people when they wake up they bake?
Wake and bake? No, that's completely different, Alex.
Yeah, I'm just connecting the lines here. That's all.
There's, yeah,
That's
baking
totally
can
fine.
mean many things.
Yeah, I can. I
Did you
cannot
say
recall
bacon?
anything.
You can put bacon on your face?
Oh, do you know
Think about
bacon
it.
makeup?
Easier?
Bacon makeup.
about it.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to have a very slimy, very like
Elisha,
shiny forehead. Okay,
so
it's very.
you know, you're pretty good at cooking and baking
Yep.
and whatever. So, what is at the very core, like the very foundation of
Ooh, another
baking?
makeup term, foundation.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
It was like a pun. You
I'm
didn't even know you were
literally
doing
making
it.
puns to and fro. So yeah, what's at the very core of baking? Like, what's the first ingredient you use, or generally?
Well, generally, like in a lot of baking, your core ingredient would be some sort of flour.
Okay.
So
now
and then,
connect
like, water
that
mixture?
to makeup.
well, like you were saying, or accidentally with your own pun, don't you usually start with a foundation anyhow, to kind of get an even skin tone?
Yeah, but a foundation is liquid.
No, there's powdered
Usually.
foundation.
Okay, but usually foundations are liquid.
But
So what is baking? It happens after.
So I imagine if you're going with a liquid foundation, you would then use like a hair dryer on your face a bit.
I kind of like your way of it better.
Just bake it in.
Can I take a shot in the dark, because I don't really know about this either. Can I take a shot in the dark about what
Please, I'm
baking
drowning.
could mean?
Yeah.
All right, so I think where Esther's trying to get at is that she was like, what's the process? Well, the process of baking, when you're talking about, baking a cake, is usually the last step. So I'm going to assume baking and applying makeup is also the last step. Am I correct on this?
No.
Oh, it's not? Okay, then
Does it
you know what? I'm
involve
I'm
powder?
not even going to continue talking. I'm just going to shut up now and
Yeah, you
crawl
pretty much
into the
embarrassed
corner of the
yourself.
room.
Does it involve any kind of powder?
Yes.
So
Do you like put too much powder over
Okay,
your
this
face?
is Elisha's. Blank explains blank.
Yeah,
so.
but he's
Yeah.
struggling, so we're helping him out.
Can you let him speak though?
all right, well, so based on like Juji's little extra help there, so you apply the liquid foundation, and then I don't know, like, any other hints? Do you have anything else that you could give me to?
It has to do like with powder, like Gigi said.
Okay, like Juji said.
You pour a bag of flour
I
over
was
your
just
head.
thinking the same thing. Just like, all right.
Yeah, so you just throw. So you have the liquid foundation on, and then you just take like all your various powders, your blushes and eyeshadows, and just throw them in a cloud at your face. Kind of like one of those shotgun makeup gun things.
All right, are you giving up?
Wait, I'm wrong. That's not it.
No,
Then
you're wrong.
yeah, I think
Sorry.
then I think I'm giving up.
You're never gonna. Did you just say you're never gonna give up?
No, he said he thinks he's giving
Yeah,
up.
no,
Oh,
So
okay,
just
alright.
just say it.
yeah, I give up.
Gigi, calm down.
I was about to rickroll you, but I decided not to.
So baking is what you do after you apply foundation, concealer, and you have your base of your makeup finished. And
Oh,
with baking, you take...
are you using like a hairspray on top of all of that?
No,
No.
no, we
Some people
don't.
do
You
that.
don't hairspray your face.
No,
That's
no,
why it's called hairspray.
no,
That
no,
would
but
sting.
they do that for like dancers.
What?
Like when
Okay,
you're
so
Setting
let-
spray?
well, setting spray is
I
what
don't-
you're supposed to use, but they sometimes also use hairspray in replace of that.
Huh. Well, okay.
So, anyways, Esther.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
baking is when you take powder and you take like a thick like layer of it and you press it under and like you press it on spots of your face that you want to set and like highlight, so you can press it under your eyes and then like maybe like around your mouth or on your forehead and your nose, and you leave it there so you have like a layer of like a thick layer of powder, and you leave it there for a little while, and then you dust off the excess, and so it leaves you with a more like I guess like airbrushed, cleaner like look, like setting under your eyes, so it just like looks better or something. I don't do it, but a lot of like people, makeup artists, use that like technique with their powder.
So is the thinking behind the term baking is it just a time thing? Like, oh, let it sit for a while and then
I
it's
think
done.
so, because that makes the most sense. So it's like, yeah, you're just pressing like the powder and you're letting it sit so that way it like stays like, it like sets the makeup, the liquid makeup that you have, and then you just dust off the excess. So yeah, I guess that's why it's called baking. It's because you let it sit.
Interesting. That was interesting, being in the place of a blank explains blank. Thank you for stumping me there,
I
Esther.
still think you might as well just pour flour over your head.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm in agreement with that. So, this week we have a listener question from a friend of mine, Irene, who asks, "Where does your tongue go when you sleep?" So, like, where do you rest your tongue when you sleep?
In my mouth.
What?
Is this a riddle?
No, but like, does it rest more on the roof of your mouth, or like against your teeth, or down at the base? Or does it kind of float in the center a bit?
Kind of hard to tell. I mean, unless
I think
you're
my-
awake when you sleep.
I think mine presses against the roof of my mouth. I don't know. That's just a good guess.
I don't know. It's hard to tell because, like Alex was saying with his oxymoron there, you're asleep, so I don't know.
Well,
Maybe
I think I kind of clench my, like, I don't clench my teeth, but, like, when I do clench my teeth, like, if I have my mouth closed all the way, like, my tongue will rest, like, on the roof. And if my mouth is, like, my jaw is, like, slightly open, my tongue will just kind of, like, float there.
See, I think mine, I don't know, because like my resting position, at least like when awake anyhow, seems to be kind of roof of mouth, but like forward against like the top teeth, I think. I don't know. Now I'm thinking about the place of my tongue in my mouth, and it's weird.
Juji's laying down to see where her tongue goes when she lays down.
It just disappears. It's no longer in her mouth at all.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you're right. It disappears. I don't have a tongue.
It, like, falls down your throat and you start choking.
That's awful.
That's why when like you wake up in the morning, you're all like, it's hard to talk. Like, you're all,
I think it went into the upside down.
Is that how this podcast is going to be from here on out? And Juji's just going to make Stranger Things like references from here on out. Yeah.
You mean in this episode or just in general?
I don't know. I'm
Probably just this episode.
just this episode. It's a special
Yeah.
feature this episode. So we're going to do the segment, I Think We Lost the Plot. And for those of you who haven't heard this segment before, we have usually my two sisters explain the film, the plot of some classic film that most other people know that they likely have never seen. So this week, I will be having them explain the plot of Terminator.
Terminator. I think. No, I didn't see Terminator. Huh.
The original Terminator, right?
Yes, the first one.
I may or may not know more about the second one.
No, I think I know more about the second one than I do the first one as well, but I've at least seen it more often.
Hmm.
Wait, what
But
are you... I have to explain
But
it?
good luck.
Terminator.
Yeah, I don't know what it's about.
I mean, take your guesses at what the original Terminator is about, like the plot, the storyline, and then Alex will kind of jump in if you guys are having issues. Like, normal.
Was that the one with the guy that was like, "I'll be back"? And
yes, yep, that's the one.
that's
You're on
all
the
I
right
know.
track.
That's all she knows.
You
Isn't
don't
he
even
like
know
the
who the
governor
actor
of
is.
California or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's quite a bit of a flash forward though. He didn't just go, "I'll be back," and then like win
And then he was
or
back
run
and-
for office like the next moment. Hey, but remember when celebrities winning elections was a crazy idea?
I don't even know how I know that,
Ugh.
but
So nothing. Just like even from the name, what do you think the Terminator
well,
is about?
someone dies in it.
Oh, oh really? Helpful. So helpful.
Well, like, what kind of movie is it, Esther? What kind of movie is
It's
Terminator?
probably an action film.
It's one of those action films, and you terminate something's terminated.
It's a lot of guns, violence.
Yeah, Esther is working on all fields here.
Guys wear sunglasses, try to act cool, explosions, all that kind of stuff.
All right. Yep. You're nowhere near the plot, but
It's
you're
not really a plot, it's
you're
just
not
kinda-
wrong with details. I suppose there are sunglasses that he wears, and there was definitely explosions and guns.
So, in the Terminator,
Literally, just spit out anything you think you know about it. Anything.
a member of a barbershop quartet.
What?
Why are they always barbershop quartet members in any like time you do this segment?
When have I ever said that before?
You definitely did with the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. You thought I can almost guarantee that you thought they were a barbershop
Listen,
quartet.
the Terminator,
hope
there's
so.
like dudes in it.
And they're in a barbershop quartet.
Okay, you guys are way off. But Esther had the right idea because she's like, "Oh, what does he terminate people?"
Yeah.
You don't remember anything other than that, right? Could you elaborate on?
I've never seen the movie, but which
Who's in it?
it's the governor of California. We've
Well, he's
talked
not the
about
governor
this.
anymore.
Who's that?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Wait, you guys don't even know who the governor of California? Wow. Who,
No, I
The
don't.
celebrity
How am I
governor.
supposed to know?
Because he's
How long ago was that?
Arnold.
Let's just said it.
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, there you
What?
go.
You saying that questioning yourself while you say it? Should have been like a bingo moment, like, woo,
think-
okay.
There was a statue of him that I almost went and saw on my road trip.
Wait, based on one of his movies or?
No, just of him
Just
in general.
Just there.
uh, but we decided against seeing it.
that's lame. You should have seen it.
They are failing hard on this one. I
Yeah,
thought
no,
even
that
like
they are.
it's like kind of like if you said, "Oh, what you haven't seen the Wizard of Oz," but everyone talks about it, and it's parodied, you know.
Yeah, a lot. That's why I'm really surprised by all this.
It's a little before my time.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's
Hey,
before
you know
Wait, when was
my
it
time
made?
too.
When-
You know what
Let's
my
see.
favorite?
It was
one of my
it was
favorite
originally
parodies of this.
made- It was released in 1984, so it was before my time too. But
Yeah, exactly.
Do you want me to read the description?
I was about to actually. But what
I'll
was
do
your
it so we
favorite?
mix it up.
All right, cool. Why not?
Disguised as a human, a cyber. Guys, are you listening? Listen. This is the synopsis of the movie. Disguised as a human, a cyborg assassin known as Terminator, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, travels from the year 2029, the distant future, you know, because that's only in like a couple of years, to kill 1984 to kill Sarah Connor.
1984, just the whole
Yeah,
of 1984.
You know what? The whole decade, just kill it.
Just,
No, just
it's
kidding.
done.
Kill the book.
All right.
Sorry, continue.
Travels to 1984 to kill Sarah Connor, played by Linda Hamilton. Sent to protect Sarah is Kyle Reese, played by Michael. I don't know how to say his last name. To divulge the coming of Skynet, an artificial. Sorry, and my phone pop up. an artificial intelligence system that will spark a nuclear holocaust. Sarah is targeted because Skynet knows that her unborn son will lead the fight against them. With the virtually unstoppable Terminator in hot pursuit, she and Kyle attempt to escape. None of that really.
So, in summation, basically, a robot is sent from the future to the past to kill the mother of an unborn child who will later take down the robots and like lead the uprising. And so they're going back in time to kill his mom before he's even born. And so basically the Terminator runs around trying to kill her, and then somebody else from the future comes back to try to stop the Terminator. And
I really thought you guys would have been like, oh, it doesn't have to do with time travel or something. Like, I thought that was sort of a well-known...
I guess I just never talked about it with anyone.
I guess so. I'm really disappointed in you both. You've let
I
me
guess you
down
picked
today.
a good one, because they just had nothing to say about this one.
No, that's not really the point of the segment.
Person, and I'm not like a action movie person.
Fair.
So what I was going to say is one of my favorite parodies...
The robot also joins the barbershop quartet.
No, he
Not
doesn't.
that I'm aware of, no.
Not once.
Maybe
That needs to be
deleted
in a
scenes.
parody.
But there is a parody where a fake Arnold... It's actually, I think... who does it? I think Mad TV does it, or did it years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like Arnold comes back, but like to like Jerusalem, and he's there to like protect Jesus. I think it was after. I think it was more based on the second movie, because in the second movie he's sent back to protect, right, not to kill.
Yeah, because they reprogrammed like the people who are like leading the uprising take one of the Terminator units and like reprogram him.
Which is funny because the same thing could work, but the other way around. Like if say like it was based on the first movie, he's like sent back to kill Jesus before he's born, or kill Mary, because it's sort of weird because it's like the same thing. There's almost like a little allegory going on there.
Huh.
But yeah, the parody is really funny. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out. All you gotta do is type in Terminator, Jesus, Mad TV. Probably one of those keywords will probably get you where you need to go. It's pretty funny.
Gotta love Google.
Definitely on my top like 3 of like the best parodies. Of course, it's been parodied like a million times by different
in a lot of different
ways. I mean, the quotes. I mean, do you guys like what you got? I'll be back.
Yeah.
Isn't there another one? Can you think of?
Oh,
Alicia?
jeez. What are some of the other big quotes?
I'm actually gonna look it up just to make
Is
sure
it-
that we're
Wanna
not
watch
missing
the
one.
Terminator after this?
Is Hasta La Vista, baby?
Oh, I know that one.
Is
Wait.
that from?
I think so. Unless that was one of those where.
That's
It could have
from
been one of his other
something.
movies.
Probably.
Oh, this sucks. I'm on Rotten Tomatoes and it's like, oh, list of like quotes. I'm thinking it's gonna be really good ones. One of them is okay. So it tells you like who's saying the line. It says Terminator, and then it says semicolon Get out. Oh, that's a memorable line right there.
Get out.
Get out. That's
Very
it.
original.
Nothing. Yeah, and then some of them are like literally a paragraph long. I'm like, no one would ever quote this. Like this, you'd be like the biggest nerd. All right, so
Well, okay. There's definitely a nerd out there who could quote it, but so not no
Like-
one.
the character Kyle Reese says the Terminator's infiltration unit, part man, part machine. Underneath, it's a hyperalloy combat chassis. Microprocessor controlled, fully armored, very tough, but outside it's living human tissue, flesh, skin, hair, blood, grown for the cyborgs. But like, what? who would have like, come on.
That just rolls right off the tongue, Alex. Clearly.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. Yeah, but I could have sworn.
Definitely does not roll off Alex's
we-
tongue
are
because
we
he
really-
messed up real bad saying that.
Yeah, he did.
Wait, no, they even have a quote from the cleaning man. Is that like a janitor in the movie?
I
What is
guess
it?
so.
Oh, this is bad. It says, "Hey, buddy, got a dead cat over there or what?" Yeah, memorable quotes from Terminator. I think maybe there's a write-ins from like fans or something. I don't know. This is dumb. Anyway, I tried. I could have sworn the "Hasta la vista, baby" thing was also from it. Like, he like pulls out a gun and he just like kills them all or something. I could be wrong. Why don't I just look up "Hasta la vista"?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
What are you getting from that? I want to actually tell me how you're spelling it. That's what I want to know. Spell "Hasta la vista."
Oh, I got it. Hasta la
I'm
vista,
searching.
baby, is a
Hit
catchphrase a catchphrase associated with Arnold Schwarzenegger's title character from the 1991 sci-fi fiction thriller film Terminator 2: Judgment Day. So, right film series, wrong film.
Wrong
That's
movie.
from the second one.
Yeah, should have
The
figured.
sequel.
But it's Hasta la vista, baby. I have a terrible Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. Holy crap.
What does that translate to? Hasta la.
I don't think any of us can speak deep enough to do his voice.
We can try. Hasta la vista, baby. Nothing.
Doesn't that mean "see you tomorrow" or "see you never" or something? In Spanish?
See you in the next life. I don't
Spanish
know.
means until the next sighting.
Is that really what it means?
Yeah.
It's
or
like the-
see you later or goodbye. So
Ah.
it's pretty straightforward.
Goodbye, baby.
Thanks to our two listeners, our mom and Uncle Richie.
We have more listeners than that.
But that's the joke, Esther.
Oh, we're supposed to give a shout out to Melanie.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Hi,
This is
Melanie.
Yeah, this is a shout out to Melanie, my coworker.
Oh. Hi,
I
Melanie.
don't think she'll make it this far into the podcast, but you know,
No,
hey,
especially
it's a
not
thought
this
If you're
that counts.
episode.
listening, Mel.
Why? We have, like, she actually listens? Or
Yeah,
listened to
but she
an
started on
episode?
the first episode.
Oh,
and she was
God.
very
Poor
confused.
thing.
I had to explain to her that, like, I was like, yeah, we dressed up as pirates in high school. I was like, that's why it's called Pirate Wednesday. And
You probably should have had her start on episode 10, but...
we didn't even say anything to episode 10.
Yeah, I don't think... We didn't talk about it until episode 10, I don't think, so... But, hey, alright, we're all over the place. Esther, you want to tell the folks at home where they can find us and how they can send in listener questions and suggestions?
You can find us on Instagram at Pirate Wednesdays, Twitter Pirate Wednesday without the S, Facebook Pirate Wednesdays, SoundCloud Pirate Wednesdays, iTunes Pirate Wednesdays, and you can contact us at piratewednesdays@gmail.com. And don't forget to rate and subscribe and leave comments.
There you go. And as always, I try to promote some friends and local people and their artistic endeavors. And so this week I'm promoting Unusual Business, which is a band we promoted in the past. They're a funk cover band. You can find them on Facebook and Instagram. They do a lot of shows in the area, and I definitely recommend going out and supporting and getting a chance to see them. But if you are hosting some sort of event and you're looking for a band to play, I highly, highly recommend them. They're a lot of fun. They really get people up moving and grooving. And as I said, they are a funk cover band, so they do a lot of funk songs, but also other songs as funk covers, and it's a blast. So, Jude, you want to sign us off?
Don't forget to shave your belly with a rusty razor.